Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. As your Caribbean cruise tour guide, I'll be taking you on a journey through the shared cultural heritage of Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad and Tobago. And for our guests who are hearing impaired, closed captions are provided so everyone can enjoy the voyage together. Or learning objectives. Number one, to understand the shared cultural heritage amongst Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad and Tobago. Number two, to explain how music, dance, and food influences the Caribbean cultures, especially in Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad and Tobago. Number three, we look at how and why elements of Caribbean culture, such as food, music, and dance, have spread across the world by watching a video. Good day, everyone. Today, we explore how Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad and Tobago share a rich cultural heritage shaped by similar historical experiences, particularly European colonization and the transatlantic slave trade. African traditions blended with European and indigenous influences to form the foundation of their cultures. This shaped heritage is reflected in music and dance, language and Creole speech, festivals, and celebrations that emphasize rhythm, storytelling, freedom, and cultural pride. Although each country has its own unique expressions, their common history and traditions contribute to a strong, shared Caribbean identity. The significance of cultural heritage. This is a critical component of our presentation this afternoon because it's important for all of us to understand the importance of cultural heritage shared amongst these three Caribbean countries. Again, Barbados, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago. So, the cultural heritage plays a crucial role in shaping Caribbean identity, fostering community bonds and pride, while preserving unique traditions that reflect the region's diverse influences and historical narratives. The colonial past of Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad and Tobago has shaped their cultural identities, with African heritage enriching their traditions, arts, and community values, creating a unique Caribbean narrative. Wow! We cannot deny that many visitors to our shores come to our shores because of the vibe, the rhythm, the soul, the food, the white sandy beaches, of course, but the historical nature of everything that makes us Caribbean. A quick pop quiz. Do you remember the names of the countries of which we're discussing their shared cultures? What are those names? Yes, you're correct. The countries are Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad and Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, come with us as we journey across the Caribbean, where we look at Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad. Our vibrant festivals are evident in the Caribbean. Dance in the Caribbean preserves cultural memory and ancestral knowledge. Movement patterns, body gestures, and performance styles often, often rebirth musical and spiritual pride and are communal practices across the Caribbean. First up, Jamaica, Kumina and dancehall. Dancehall is a modern expression rooted in folk traditions. It emphasizes freedom of movement, identity, and resistance. It serves as a platform for social commentary and cultural affirmation. Next up, Barbados. The Tuk dance accompanies Tuk music featuring African drums and European instruments performed during Cropover Festival, emphasizes communal participation and historical memory. Next up, Trinidad and Tobago, Carnival Mass and Limbo. Carnival Mass is a masquerade dance central to Trinidad and Tobago's carnival. It combines African dance, storytelling, and performance, and it represents freedom, resistance, and post emancipation celebration. Your movement includes exaggerated gestures, rhythmic steps, and theatrical expressions. Your limbo originates from West African funeral traditions. Interesting. Symbolizes the journey from death to life, popularized in Trinidad as a cultural and performance dance. Now we move to the fun part, the food. Staple ingredients in Caribbean cuisine. The Caribbean boasts a wide variety of staple ingredients, including your cassava, your plantains, your seafood, and it reflects blended culinary techniques that celebrate cultural influences and promotes communal dining experiences across Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad. One thing we rally around is a plate of food. Food as cultural connection between the three islands. Food is a central component of Caribbean cultural identity. Across the region, there are shared ingredients such as yams, cassava, plantains, salted meats, and spices, reflecting African and indigenous foodways. Cooking methods such as slow cooking and one pot meals also show African influence. Food serves not only as nutritional value and purposes, but also reinforces family bonds, community gatherings, and cultural continuity. Our popular dishes in Jamaica, Jamaican culinary delights are jerk and ackee and saltfish. Fish embedded with corn. And in Trinidad, your culinary delights include roti and doubles. Musical genres of the Caribbean, reggae, calypso, and soca, are vibrant expressions of Caribbean culture, blending African rhythms and local influences, each genre reflecting unique histories, traditions, and community celebrations across Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad and Tobago. Music as a unifying force. In the Caribbean, it serves as a tool for storytelling, resistance, celebration, and social commentary. African rhythmic structures, call and response patterns, and percussion form the foundation of many Caribbean musical styles. Genres such as reggae, calypso, soca, and folk music differ across islands but share common roots and themes, reinforcing a collective Caribbean identity. The historical roots of Caribbean music. Caribbean music evolved from a rich tapestry of African rhythms, colonial influences, and indigenous sounds, creating a vibrant soundscape that reflects the island's diverse heritage and cultural expression. Exploring the sounds of tradition, shared musical foundations, African rhythmic structures, strong drum patterns, syncopation, and polyrhythms are present across all three countries. Call and response, a vocal style originating in African communal practices, evident in folk songs, calypso, reggae, and tuk music. original tradition. Music is used to pass down history, moral lessons, and social commentary. Despite their distinct national styles, Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad share a common musical heritage rooted in African traditions, colonial history, and the process of creolization. Music across these territories functions as a medium for storytelling, resistance, celebration, and identity formation. Country. Specific expressions of a shared tradition. Jamaica. Reggae and earlier folk form use steady rhythms and lyrical storytelling to address social justice, spirituality, and resistance. Country. Specific expressions of a shared tradition. Barbados. Tuk and Bajan music blends African drumming with European military instruments, reflecting adaptation and cultural survival. These instruments reflect adaptation and cultural survival during colonial rule. Country. Specific expressions of a shared tradition. Trinidad and Tobago, calypso, and soca emerged as musical expressions of freedom, satire, and political commentary, particularly linked to carnival. Challenges to cultural preservation. Shared Caribbean identity extends beyond the region through the Caribbean diaspora. Migrants carry their cultural practices abroad, using food, music, and dance to maintain cultural ties and reinforce identity in foreign spaces. This demonstrates that Caribbean identity is not fixed but dynamic and continuously evolving. Globalization, commercialization, and cultural homogenization pose challenges to the preservation of Caribbean heritage. While Caribbean culture is globally celebrated, it is sometimes commodified, leading to the loss of deeper cultural meanings. Protecting Caribbean identity requires intentional efforts through education, cultural policy, and intergenerational transmission. It is time to test your knowledge. Test your knowledge of Caribbean culture, food, music, and dance. Engage with the vibrant heritage of Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad and Tobago through this fun quiz. What is Jamaica's famous cooking style? Is it jerk? Is it roti? Is it cuckoo? Is it doubles? This is where you pause to take the Padlet activity. In conclusion, Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad and Tobago may each celebrate their culture in distinct ways, but their shared history has created powerful connections across the Caribbean. Through music, language, festivals, and storytelling, these nations continue to honor their past while expressing pride in their identity and resilience. Together, their traditions reflect a united Caribbean spirit, one rooted in struggle, creativity, and cultural strength that continues to shape the region today.